Very shocking news. Loudly crying face. The painful secret of BTS. Loudly crying face. The heartbreaking truth behind his smile. In a world that often demands we fit into a single box, there exists a man who chose to be a universe. Kim Nam-joon. To millions, Kim Nam-joon is known as RM, the visionary leader of the global phenomenon BTS. But before the UN speeches and the sold-out stadiums, there was a young boy in Ilsan who felt like an outsider in his own life. This is not just the story of a rapper or a leader. This is the story of a philosopher who bled poetry, a boy who chose a microphone over a secure future, and a man who carried the weight of 6 other lives while his own soul was often trembling in the dark. This is the deep, emotional journey of Kim Nam-joon. The journey began with a brilliant mind and a restless heart. Kim Nam-joon was a genius, ranking in the top 1% of the nation in his school exams. His parents saw a future for Kim Nam-joon in a prestigious office, a life of comfort and safety. But Kim Nam-joon heard a different rhythm. He spent his nights in the underground hip-hop scene, known as Runch Randa, performing in small, smoky basements where the audience could be counted on one hand. The struggle was not just financial. It was internal. Kim Nam-joon had to fight the disappointment in his mother's eyes. He had to convince his family that his voice was worth more than a stable career. There were moments of deep scarcity, where the dream felt like a selfish burden. Kim Nam-joon once asked his mother if she wanted a son who was a first-place dreamer or a 5,000th-place worker. That question was the beginning of a painful, lonely road. The early days of training were a brutal baptism. When Kim Nam-joon joined Big Hit, he was the foundation, but the foundation was constantly being shaken. He saw many friends leave, unable to handle the pressure. Kim Nam-joon was often criticized for his appearance and his dancing, told that he didn't fit the image of a traditional idol. The hip-hop community called Kim Nam-joon a sellout, while the idol world saw him as an outsider. He was trapped between 2 worlds, belonging to neither. The mental exhaustion was immense. Kim Nam-joon had to learn how to lead a group of strangers while he was still trying to find himself. There were nights in the trainee dorm when Kim Nam-joon would stare at the ceiling, wondering if he was leading his brothers toward a cliff instead of a mountain peak. There was a moment when Kim Nam-joon almost walked away. The pressure of the impending debut and the constant fear of failure became a suffocating fog. Just months before BTS was to be revealed to the world, Kim Nam-joon ran away. He went back home, feeling defeated by the sheer weight of the expectation. It was his father, the man who once worried about his son's path, who told Kim Nam-joon to go back. His father knew that if Kim Nam-joon didn't try, he would spend the rest of his life wondering, what if? Kim Nam-joon returned to the dorms with a heavy heart but a renewed vow. He decided that if the world was going to judge him, he would give them a masterpiece to judge. Even as the world fell in love with BTS, Kim Nam-joon's internal war did not end. Being the leader meant he had to be the spokesperson, the translator, and the shield. When the group faced global scrutiny or controversy, it was Kim Nam-joon who stood at the front. Verified reports and his own lyrics in albums like Mono and Indigo reveal a man grappling with profound loneliness and identity crisis. He has spoken about the RM persona and the Kim Nam-joon person being in a constant tug-of-war. The pressure of being the perfect leader led to seasons of deep introspection and sadness. He often retreated to museums and nature, seeking silence because the noise of the world was too loud. Kim Nam-joon has admitted that there were times he felt like a lost child, even while standing at the top of the Billboard charts. Why is Kim Nam-joon loved with such fierce devotion? It is because he taught us how to love ourselves when he didn't even know how to love himself. He didn't hide his flaws. He turned them into art. People love Kim Nam-joon because he is a leader who admits he is afraid. He is the man who stood before the United Nations and told the world to speak yourself, despite his own voice shaking. His sincerity is a bridge that connects millions of hearts. He isn't just a star. He is a teacher, a poet, and a friend who reminds us that it is okay to be lost in the woods sometimes. The success Kim Nam-joon has achieved is a testament to his intellectual and creative power. He is one of the most successful songwriters in Korean history, with over 200 songs credited to his name by the Korea Music Copyright Association. While exact net worth figures vary, various media sources estimate Kim Nam-joon's wealth to be between $30 to $35 million. He is a massive figure in the art world, frequently mentioned as one of the most influential young art collectors in the world. He has received the Order of Cultural Merit from the Korean government and has represented his country on the most prestigious global stages. But for Kim Nam-joon, the true value of his life is measured in the books he reads and the peace he finds in a simple bicycle ride. Kim Nam-joon's future is a vast, open sea. He dreams of a life where he can continue to bridge the gap between music, art, and philosophy. His military service is a time of hibernation, a chance to shed the RM skin and just be Kim Nam-joon for a while. He plans to return with music that is even more honest, even more experimental. He wants to be an artist who isn't defined by numbers, but by the depth of his impact. His dream is to age with grace, to become a giant tree that offers shade to anyone who is tired of the sun. He wants to keep exploring what it means to be human in an increasingly digital world. As we look at the legacy Kim Nam-joon is building, we must recognize the immense courage it took to stay soft in a hard world. He took the burden of leadership and turned it into a service of love. He took his personal confusion and turned it into a map for a generation. Kim Nam-joon is a reminder that being a leader doesn't mean having all the answers. It means being the one who stays to help search for them. He is the boy from Ilsan who wanted to find his voice, and in doing so, he helped millions of people find theirs. The story of Kim Nam-joon is a lighthouse. It tells us that your intelligence is a gift, your sensitivity is a strength, and your journey is a work of art. As the lights go down and the music plays, remember the man behind the name. Remember the leader who cried in private so he could be strong in public. Remember the poet who looked at a small purple flower and saw the entire universe. Kim Nam-joon's journey is far from over, but he has already changed the world simply by being himself. Let us hold on to his words, his music, and his heart. Because in the garden of humanity, Kim Nam-joon is a rare and beautiful bloom that reminds us all to live, to love, and most importantly, to speak ourselves.